Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is MegaShadowFist, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. And when we last left off, we were doing some things, and now we're going to continue to do some even more things. Although, I think we're about to do a cross-examination. But before I begin, there's a couple things that I want to say. I'm actually recording this episode before the previous episode has gone live, so I haven't edited it yet because So, all the stuff from the previous episode isn't exactly super fresh in my head, but I'm also going to be doing 2 recording sessions today because, yeah, you might be saying, why am I doing this? It's because, I want to have things nice and prepped so that when, finals come, I will have videos to produce, because I won't be able to record when it's 24/7 quiet hours. But whatever the case may be, let's go ahead and continue. And I'm recording it on Wednesday instead of Friday, which is why I haven't edited the video yet, so... yeah, load this data, yes please. So yeah, I'm recording it because I won't really be able to record on Friday. So yeah, anywho, lay there holes, and let's go to continue. Punko. I went to the robotics lab at 2 p.m. from a regular recharge. Press. Your regular recharge? What is that exactly? I had to refill my battery's power, else they stopped working. I go to the lab to do that. So that recharge occurred at around 2 p.m., around the time of the murder. That's right! I go every day at 2 p.m. Every day at 2 p.m.? Just as I was about to charge up, Athena came in and hugged Mommy Metis. Hold it! Hugged her, huh? Which Edward took to me and has stabbed her with a weapon. You said the two of them were talking before Miss Cykes hugged her mother, is that right? Yes, they were talking very loudly, but I couldn't tell what they were saying. Couldn't tell? Even though they were speaking so loudly? I'm only allowed to listen to voices that are directed at me. If it listened to every voice, it would be little better than a mobile eavesdropper. Well, that explains why some of Punko's testimony is so vague. It's a shame that our little friend wasn't listening in, however. We could have learned what they were talking about just before Dr. Cykes was killed. Now then, what happened after that? And then Mommy Metis fell down. After that, I was recharging, so I don't know anything. Hold it! I don't want to delve too deeply here, but... Could you tell us how the victim appeared and acted at this moment? Mommy Metis was very surprised when she was hugged. I heard her heart pound. Her heart? Mr. Wright, have you forgotten about this document we found in the robotics lab? These robots have a heartbeat detection system. Now that he mentions it, I do remember reading something like that there. They detect the presence of people by the sound of their heartbeats. But wait a minute. That means... okay, I see. I figured. If Dr. Cykes really did die at this moment... Punko, how is Dr. Cykes after she fell down? Could you still hear the sound of her heartbeat? Let's see. The moment she fell, her heart was pounding. After that, I don't know. I started recharging just then. Of all the unlucky timing, if you had heard anything after that, it could have possibly proved that the hug wasn't actually the moment of the murder. I'm very sorry. I'm afraid I don't know. I'm very sorry. The robot is designed to go into sleep mode automatically, so it can't be helped. But it does appear it detected an increased heart rate at the moment of the stabbing. How does he know this? After Mommy Metis' heart started pounding in surprise, she fell by the window. It was a round window on the workbench side of the room. Well, unless she said that's for herself. I started recharging. Okay, hold on. Oh, I heard her heart. Okay, right, okay. It was around side on the workbench side of the room. The workbench, huh? Polka must be talking about that table to the right where the giant robot is now. Is there something critical in Punko's statement just now? Not for now, then never mind. Nothing particularly important, I guess. So what happened after that, Punko? After I charged up, I was cleaning the room and Mr. Simon came in. Hold it! Prosecutor Blackwell. I wonder what he went there for. His objective? I don't know. I guess I can't very well ask Punko to speculate. So what happened after Prosecutor Blackwell arrived?
And then an error occurred. There was no data after that point.
Hold it!
You don't remember what happened next? An error, huh? I wonder if...
All data suddenly cut off at that point. I don't know anything after that.
The answer to that question is right here. According to the defense's theory, this photo shows when the robot was being taken apart. Exactly, we can conclude that Ponko's error was the result of her being dismantled. Indeed. The bodies of these robots are designed to be controlled remotely by a separate computer. Yes, that's basically what Miss Blackwell explained to us too. She said their hearts or memories are stored on a separate computer. When the witness was taken apart, she lost the use of her body, but not her memories. That's how she is now still able to give testimony about the events of that day. Fascinating! It's as if she can be seriously wounded, but her soul still burns. There are a few parts of Ponko's testimony that are hard to interpret. Edgar chose to interpret hugged as stabbed. But I'd better try to iron out who did what and where to whom for myself. Hold on, Athena. I'm going to save you. Okay, so, the third one. And then Mommy Metis fell down. After that, I was recharged, so I don't know anything. Press. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. I made a Christmas tree, sort of. It's like a broken Christmas tree. A little bit. It's like an artificial Christmas tree. We'll say an artificial Christmas tree. Okay, let's skip past all this nonsense. I hope you are prepared to skip past these nonsense, because if you don't, well, that's too bad. Okay, so, hold on. The workbench, huh? Ponko must be talking about the table to the right of where the giant robot is now. Heart started pounding and surprised she fell by the window. It was the round window on the workbench side of the room. There is something, sure. Your Honor, I believe this statement is critical. I'd like it added to her testimony. Very well. Ponko, could you please add that statement to your testimony? That's a good little girl.
Mommy Metis fell down near the round window on the workbench side of the room.
Hold it!
Let's see. There are 2 round windows in the robotics lab. Which one did you mean?
The one to the right, near the hanging scroll. That hanging scroll is Mommy Metis' prized possession.
Can I see a picture of the, do we have a picture of the whatchamacallit? We do. Sort of. Like, it's not, like, to the right, to the workbench side, with the round windows. Near the hanging scroll. Okay.
Mommy Metis' prized possession.
Okay, in the picture of the crime scene from 7 years ago, there is definitely a hanging scroll and a Japanese theater mask hanging on the workbench sidewall. But is there some problem with the statement? Metis fell down near the round window on the workbench side of the room. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, so I went to the robotics lab at about 2 p.m. for my regular recharge. Okay. Just as I was about to charge up, Athena came in and hugged Mommy Metis. And then Mommy Metis fell down, and after that I was recharging, so I don't know anything. Let's check Blackwell's, the picture with Blackwell. Details. What does this prove exactly? Like, I'm trying to see, like, oh, huh? Well, one of the boxes is missing, but that was because Ponko was already moved by then, I imagine, right? So Moonrock was stolen. Hope Capsule has been seen on the workbench. There are ruling cases for removing equipment, a robot charging station, a toolkit on the floor, hanging score, and a Japanese theater mask on the wall. I feel like this is what we need to present, though, so even though I'm not 100% sure, I'm going to present it anyway.
Objection!
Nope. That statement is clearly inconsistent with this evidence. Mr. Wright, you have just proven to the court that the only inconsistency here is the fact that you have an attorney's badge at all. Uh-oh. Looks like I got it wrong. Mr. Wright, now that you have finally gotten your badge back, I suggest you conduct yourself in a more befitting manner. Perhaps this penalty will help you remember. Okay then. Well, excuse me. Oh, wait. I presented it to the wrong thing, didn't I? Okay, here we go. Probably still gonna get a penalty for this, aren't I? Nope. Punko, your statement may have just inspired a breakthrough.
I was helpful! Hooray! I'm so helpful! I'm so happy!
Just to be sure, let's go over it again, okay? The victim fell near the window on the workbench side of the room. However, her body was discovered on the operating table. Oh, that. Oh, I forgot that that's like, cause like I already theorized that, you know, Athena tried fixing her on that table, but that hasn't been revealed in the game yet. Assuming that my theory is correct, which I'm 98% certain that this is that my theory is correct. So, yeah, I forgot all about that. But the operating table and the workbench are two different locations. Exactly, Your Honor. We just learned a new crucial fact. What could explain the two various locations of the body? I'll tell you what. The defendant moved the body. The fact that the body is observed in two very different locations indicates that the defendant moved the body. Wait, the defendant is Athena, right? So I guess it wasn't Athena. It was Blackwell who moved it then. But then why would she try to fix the... Okay. That does seem like a plausible explanation. Is that really your final answer? Huh? Oh! What? What? He's right, a little kid couldn't possibly move an adult body like that. I mean, that's, yeah. And the last thing I want to do is cast more suspicion in Athena's way. Mr. Wright, your response? Hey, you mind giving me a do-over, no penalty? Right? Right? That'd be great. Can you just forget I ever said that, Your Honor? Please? I can and I won't. As a matter of fact, here's a little reminder for you as well. No. Ah! I really need to think this through. What could explain the two locations? Let me try that again, Your Honor. What could explain the two very different locations of the body? I'll tell you what. I still believe that Athena tried fixing her. I'm still holding on to that. The victim moved, so she wasn't quite dead yet, is what you're saying? Now I explain the heartbeat and everything. An 11-year-old girl couldn't have moved the heavy body of an adult. I mean, yeah. But is she really that heavy? I guess she still is 11, but was she really that heavy? So the only explanation is that the victim walked to the operating table herself. I mean, I don't know, I'm looking at this from an adult male perspective, but how much, she probably weighed like, what, like at most, she was like 140-ish, right? So that wouldn't have been too hard, I don't know. So the only explanation is that the victim walked to the operating table herself. In other words, what Punko observed near the workbench, although I think that is a bit... No, like, what's average weight for a Japanese woman in her 40s? I think it's a bit less than one. It's actually a bit less than that. Anyway, in other words, what Punko observed in the workbench couldn't have possibly been the moment of the murder. Ooh, I am very relieved to hear that. Glad to know that the murder wasn't committed in front of little Punko here. Yes, as we just heard in the testimony, Miss Cykes hugged her mother, nothing more.
Objection!
Objection! I hate that objection. Right. It's been 8 years, but you're still just as green as ever. Green? As green as grass on the other side of it. But I can't recall ever seeing Mr. Wright in anything but a blue suit. Hey, blue's my favorite color. What can I say? I wonder if this in the Japanese version. If the defendant couldn't move the body herself, she could have had it moved for her. Move for her? But Miss Cykes and Dr. Cykes are the only ones there. I agree. Since this robot is equipped with a heartbeat detection system, it would have been aware of another person's presence if someone else had been there. We can therefore conclude the defendant and the victim were the only ones present. Then who do you suggest moved the body? Don't you know it's in the nature of a robot to help people do things? Miss Punkle? Miss Punkle, allow me to ask you a question.
My name is Punkle! Say it with me! Punkle!
Punkle. I believe you said you were cleaning after Dr. Cykes fell down. Did you happen to move something large onto the operating table?
Yes I did! And Athena asked me to!
Ah, there we go. Athena asked you to... And what did you move, little Punkle?
I don't know. Unless something has an ID tag, I can't tell what it is.
An ID tag, you say?
Yes, a tag with a barcode on it. We robots get them to tell us what a thing is.
That paper in the lab did mention something about that. A body without its heartbeat would just be an object to a robot, eh? So it wouldn't be able to tell. Recognizes people by scanning their spacesuit or uniform jacket ID tag, it said. So it appeared that Miss Punkle here can't identify what it moved.
My name is Punkle! Punkle!
But we humans have the power to imagine what it was, do we not? We do! Well, I do at the very least. Miss Punkle, on the defendant's command, moved the body onto the operating table.
Gah!
Punkle, did you really move Miss Dr. Cykes' body? This is really important. Isn't there any way you could tell?
I don't know. Without an ID tag, I can't tell.
Give it up, Wright. If the victim's heart was stopped, the robot's detection system would be useless. Furthermore, Dr. Cykes usually wore her white coat while she was working. She kept the jacket with her ID tag on it and draped over a chair in the robotics lab, and only wore it for special occasions. In other words, the victim wasn't wearing her ID tag at the time. From the robot's point of view, her body is simply just another object.
Objection!
But Punkle's equipped with a facial recognition system. If she really did move the victim, she would have recognized the body as Dr. Cykes's. But she didn't, so that means...
Objection!
A face can easily be covered with a piece of cloth, a mask, or anything else for that matter. Hey, well, that's cool and all, except for the fact that when you look at the dang picture here, you don't see her with the mask or anything on, so what are you talking about? A face can easily be covered with a piece of cloth, a mask, or anything else for that matter. With her facial features hidden, the robot wouldn't be able to tell it was Dr. Cykes. He's right. Although technically they could have moved the thing off of her after she was put there. Okay, why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. To summarize, Miss Cykes stabbed her mother near the workbench, then using the robot, she moved the body to the table, where she removed the sword and was stained in blood. Order! But if that's the case, then I have a question. Why did the defendant move the body to the operating table in the first place? You want a reason? Very well. What? You can't possibly have an explanation. Your emotions blind you to the truth. You can learn a lot from our robot friends. Calm and rational thought will open your eyes to the truth in front of you, Mr. Wright. Now then, do you remember the operating table's one special feature? To disassemble? I believe I read that robots can be assembled and disassembled there. Isn't that right? That's right. And to the defendant, who was just a child at the time. Awkward pause. See you guys in the next episode.